everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Miss Unfortunate. I'm super excited that you decided to take the time out of your December to come check out little old me. Thank you so much. I have a very fun build today. It is very special to me because I'm doing a collaboration with my brother, Kerragen YT, and I am so proud of him because he's been growing so much, and we decided to do a collab this Christmas, or this December, but actually this is not the collab that we decided to do. This is a real quick collab that we decided to do at last minute. So what happened was the collab that we chose to do is really big. So don't think he realized how big it was until he had to do the first part of it and then give it to me. And then I was like, okay, I don't have enough days to do the rest of what I need to do. And I want you to still be active. So I was like, well, let's just come out with a mini collab. So I created this storybook Christmas build for him. It was just something I whipped up real quick because, like I said, I wanted him to stay active because I was now coming to the conclusion that our huge collab that we've been working on together won't be able to come out until Christmas Day. We had a lot of fun with our other collab, and I really can't wait to show you guys what we did. He is growing so much. He's astounding. I am so proud of him, and I gotta say that I'm sorry that I talk about him a lot, but you must understand that it is super duper cool to have a sibling into what you're into and doing what you're doing, because my sister doesn't care at all about any of this kind of stuff. She doesn't game or anything. I don't know what she does with her life, but my brother does, and we are so close. We're basically best friends, and it's just a great feeling. So I definitely encourage any of you guys, if you have anyone that might be slightly interested in maybe trying this out, get them in here, get them going. You'll be so proud to see them grow. And with that being said, you guys can find his information in the description down below. Please do go give him some love if you have the time. He is, I mean, you can just see in every single build how much he's growing. This build, though, I will say, we threw it together a little quick, but we of course always have quality in mind for our viewers. I decided to make this storybook house because I've been wanting to build a storybook house, and at first it wasn't gonna have any kind of Christmas decorations because my brother and I are both kind of we're like, okay, I'm cool with Christmas now because we've both been doing so much Christmas, so much snow. At the end it felt like the build was missing something, and then I just put some garlands and a little bit of Christmas decor. Nothing too hardcore, nothing like the gingerbread mansion, don't worry. And I really liked the shape of the house. I had a lot of fun creating the shape. I of course got my inspiration off of Pinterest, and then I turned it into my own kind of creation, and I created a really neat bridge in this too. You guys will see that in just a little bit. I put my famous beams up, but they are the beams, or the roofing detail, I should say, is what I used some beams on. Once again, of course, I had a little bit of a problem picking the wallpapers and whatnot, but I eventually figured it out, and I decided to use the large get-together windows, the ones with a little bit of stained glass on them that you'll see in the front area, and I'll use them again on the back area in the pop-outs. I wanted to use them so bad because I've never used them, and they are beautiful windows. They're just so big for the type of builds that I try to do sometimes. So we did use them here. I also am so glad that they fixed the issue with these windows, because if you recall, not too long ago, you would place down, it may have been more than just get together, but you would place down a get together window, you know, the ones that have stained glass, and I believe on the inside there would be like, it would just be white still, you couldn't see through it. So I'm really glad that they fixed that. Also, we blew up some of the windows too, which makes them not usable. Well, it kind of does, but kind of awkward too. The landscaping, I didn't put too much work into just because I wanted to, you know, be able to get this done quick and easy. It was really just a build to get my brother to make sure that he stays active on his channel, and I'm always willing to build him anything that he wants, but he's starting to like to do the exterior too. So you get two sim builders that like to do exteriors, and suddenly one of us has to do the interior. So I told him, this time, why don't you do the interior, and then our next collab, I'll do the interior, just to make it a little fair, because I know he likes doing exterior as well, and he's getting really good at it. But we just did a simple, like, kind of like a creek going around the house, not fully going around, just kind of going around the front and the sides. And then we did a bit of a cute bridge. I actually like the bridge. I used I don't think they're in a specific pack. I think they're base game wooden pieces, the same ones I used as the decor on my Viking build, which, by the way, you guys should totally check that Viking build out. It's actually my #1 video on my channel, and I still love it to this day. It was a great, fun build. But we created a bit of a bridge, which I'm getting really obsessed with creating bridges now, just to kind of give it a little bit of detail, because this is a storybook house, and storybook homes aren't really specifically normal. They usually have some sort of fantasy like twist to them, or they just look like something that straight up came out of a medieval, like, you know, story. And of course, I famously outlined the edges of the water with rocks, which you guys comment down below and tell me if you're getting sick and tired of seeing this repetitive landscaping, because my brother was like, using those rocks again, I see. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to make this look even more natural? Like, anyways, you guys let me know down in the comments below, please, because anything you say, I will always take into consideration, obviously, and it helps me grow my channel. I am gonna strive to do better landscaping though, as far as like more than just water and waterfalls and rocks. I know not every house has that. You know, houses do have backyards with grills and seating and pools and stuff like that, but that's boring. It's normal. I don't like normal. So anyways, moving on with the landscaping discussion, you did that little creek, and then in the back we just really treated up. We made it look like that these guys are in the middle of like a forest almost, or just a really nice treed up lot. I put a lot of flowers back there as well. So in my mind, this house is probably owned by a rich couple that likes to entertain, and I'm honestly going off of that by the way that my brother decorated the house, because what I did is I created the house and then I created a floor plan for him, just so he wasn't overwhelmed. And anytime I create floor plans for my collaborators, they do not need to use them. I just create it because sometimes I find that the most difficult part is figuring out the floor plan sometimes. So I went ahead and made him a floor plan. It had 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, but he broke all the walls down, or did I? I can't remember. I may have broken all the walls down before I gave it to him because my floor plan was weird. I cannot remember. He made a 1-bedroom, 1 or 2-bathroom, and I was like, oh my god, these guys are so rich. So I'm just going with the idea that this house is owned by probably like a middle-aged couple that has money now, and because he designed the kitchen so big and grand and beautiful, and there's like a piano section and everything, I was like, well, they're just super rich and they like to entertain, but they don't like their guests to stay. I don't know. The lot is big enough. If you guys want to, you can add a guest house to this lot. I did use another 64 by 64. And I know that's a really big lot and I need to kind of calm down, but my collab coming up with Princess Jasmine and the rest of those people in, what are we calling that collab? I forget. I think it's just Christmas collab. The Christmas collab, I believe, is what it's called, and I am doing the smallest build I've ever done, but it is super detailed, so I hope you guys enjoy it. It is going to be a short video, I already foresee, because it didn't take too long to make, but I really like it. It's really cozy, it's really realistic. We are just wrapping up the build with doing a lot of detail on the landscaping, making sure everything looks good, making sure the entirety of the background is blocked out. I never choose a lot because of where it's at. I usually choose it for its lighting. In Brindleton Bay, I'm obsessed with Brindleton Bay because the lighting is just phenomenal. It's really good here. I would keep building in places like Glimmerbrook and a bunch of other places, but they don't have super huge lots, and that kind of comes back to the fact where, well, maybe I should calm down and do a bit smaller lots, so I won't have to worry about that as much. I meticulously placed a bunch of these flowers down, but I feel like that really brings a build to life, is when when you flower something up or whatnot. And we made some trails so you can go all the way around the house in one big circle if you want to, which I was imagining would be an awesome way to walk your dog if the house is this big. That'd be really cool. You would never even have to leave the lot. Oh, and we had a surprise situation happen while we were working on this build. There I was, just trying to record the tour, and I'm not sure if you'll see it in the tour. I think I was very careful to keep it out, but Vlad and Lilith came over, and they jumped into the creek and started swimming, which looked really cool. I was like, oh, that's cool. It looks really natural, but they're vampires. And it was in the middle of the day, and I can't remember what happened, but I know I didn't pay too much mind to because I didn't realize what was happening at the time, but I fast forwarded the time because I needed to switch the time of day or something. And my Sim's crying her eyes out, and I'm like, what's going on? What did I miss? And freaking Vladimir in his little spandex. Okay, maybe I'll insert some screenshots. I don't want to scare anyone, but in his little Speedo spandex, or what do we call them? I think it's his little underwear swimming trunks. He died that way. And it was very sad because I felt like he deserved a little bit more respectful way to go. So I found it kind of funny because my brother's always trying to, every time he's building, he's trying to make his Sims happy as he goes. And I'm like, why do you even bother? Like, just, you know, just like shift click and disable need decay and get on with your life. And he was like, well, you know, I just want to make sure that, you know, just in case they're really alive. And I'm like, what? And he's all like, well, what if we really are playing, you know, the big GOD and they are alive and we're just treating them like crap? And I was like, that's too deep, because if that's the case, I've been deleting universes left and right. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here because the tour will be hitting any moment. I love you all so much, and happy holidays and Merry Christmas. As always, be sure to hit like and subscribe if you like hanging out with me, and I am on Instagram, Twitter, and all the social medias, so come hit me up. My DMs are always open if you need anything. You guys take care. Bye.